Chapter 6 Rocks Syllabus Rocks Difference between minerals and rocks. Types of rocks: igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic, their characteristics and formation. Rock cycle. A rock can be defined as an aggregate of minerals that forms more or less a definite unit of the Earth's crust. The term rock refers not only to any hard solid matter like granite but also to soft and loose particles like sand, slate, and clay derived from the earth. The Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks that differ from one another in texture, structure, color, permeability, mode of occurrence, and degree of resistance and denudation. Rocks and minerals. Rock consists of mineral elements. Though several scientists have identified more than 2000 mineral elements, yet only a few of these are important as constitutes of rocks. Distinction must be drawn between mineral elements found in the Earth's crust and the Earth as a whole. The most abundant mineral elements of the Earth as a whole are iron, silicon, magnesium, nickel, sulfur, and calcium. The most abundant mineral element of the crust are silicon, aluminium, iron, magnesium, calcium, potassium, and sodium. The Earth's crust consists more of silicon and aluminium, whereas the Earth as a whole contains more of iron, silica, and magnesium. Table 6.1 Difference between rocks and minerals. Rocks, minerals. First, rocks are aggregates of mineral elements. Minerals are solid inorganic substance occurring naturally. Second, a rock has no definite chemical composition. Minerals have a definite chemical composition. Minerals are organized to form rocks. Elements are organized to form compounds which are known as minerals. An element is a pure substance. Three chief types of rocks are igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Four chief mineral groups are silicates, carbonates, sulfides, and metallic minerals. Fifth, basalt, granite, sandstone, slate, and quartz are some important types of rocks. Fifth, iron, silicon, magnesium, nickel, calcium, potassium, sodium, and abundant minerals of the earth. The fourth point was three chief types of rocks are igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. That was the fourth point. Now, classification of rocks. Igneous rocks, primary rocks, sedimentary rocks, secondary rocks, metamorphic rocks, secondary rocks, heat and pressure altered rocks, marble and slate. Igneous rock, intrusive, that is granite, extrusive, that is basalt. Sedimentary rocks, mechanically formed, sandstone, organic, coal, limestone, chemically formed, glyphs. Types of rocks. Rocks are classified in several ways, but important classification is done on the basis of their origin. Three main types of rocks based on origin are: first, igneous; second, sedimentary; and third, metamorphic. Igneous rocks. Formation. The word igneous is derived from the Latin word igneus, meaning fire. These rocks were formed due to cooling, solidification, and crystallization of hot molten material of the earth known as magma, found at a great depths in the interior of the earth. The chemical composition of these rocks varies from aluminium silicate minerals like quartz and feldspar to granite and rhyolite, collectively known as silica rocks. Since the igneous rocks were the first to be formed, they are called primary rocks. They form the basis of formation of other types of rocks. Characteristics of igneous rocks. First, they are hard and compact. Second, they are formed by solidification of molten magma. Third, they are granular and crystalline. Fourth, they are either fine-grained, smooth and compact or may have large crystals with coarse texture. Fifth, the size of their crystals depends upon the rate of cooling of the molten material. Sixth, these rocks are less affected by chemical weathering because water does not percolate in these rocks. Seventh, most of them consist of silicates. Eighth, they do not have layers. They are generally weathered by mechanical weathering. Ninth, igneous rocks are associated with volcanic activity and are found mostly in volcanic regions. Classification based on origin. Based on their origin, the igneous rocks are classified into two types: extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. Extrusive igneous rocks. They are formed by the cooling of molten magma on the Earth's surface. The magma, which is brought to the surface through fissures or volcanic eruption, solidifies to form rocks. Hence, such rocks are smooth, crystalline, and fine-grained. They are also called as volcanic rocks. Basalt is a common extrusive igneous rock and forms lava flows, lava sheets, and lava plateaus. Some kinds of basalt solidify to form long polygonal columns, for example, the Gained Causeway in Northern Ireland. Figure 6.1. A. Igneous rocks. B. Sedimentary rocks. C. Metamorphic rocks. Figure 6.2. Extrusive igneous rocks: magma, lacoth, sill, batholith, dike, volcano, lava flow, surface of earth, and earth's crust. Extrusive igneous rocks. When the magma solidifies within the earth's crust, it cools slowly, forming coarse textured hard rocks with large crystals that is granite, gabbro, dolomite. When the magma solidifies below the earth's surface, it forms different types of intrusive rocks like batholiths, laccoliths, sills, dikes, necks, etc. Batholiths. They are deep-seated, intrusive of igneous rocks. They are usually dome-shaped with no definite floor, and they form cores of mountain ranges. Batons meaning depth. They may be exposed to Earth's surface through continued erosion. They are chiefly composed of granite. Some of the important examples are Ranchi batholiths, laccoliths. The magma does not reach the crust of the earth. Magma becomes solid just below the crust. Different types of intrusives of magma form differently shaped landforms. The upper surface is dome-shaped, but the bottom is flat. From Greek lacos meaning crystal. Sills. Sometimes magma flows between layers of rocks horizontally. It then hardens there. This layer of intrusive rock is called silly. Dikes. The magma, when forced upward, fills vertical cracks or fissures in existing rocks and it then hardens there to form dikes. Necks. Sometimes the passage of an extinct volcano is filled with magma. It then solidifies there and is known as volcanic neck or plum. Intrusive igneous rocks are also called plutonic rocks because of slow cooling of magma at great depth, which leads to the formation of crystals of large scale. When magma cools at intermediate depth and forms minor rocks like sill and dikes, it is called hypoxical rocks. Classification on the basis of chemical composition. Igneous rocks are classified into acidic igneous rocks and basic igneous rocks on the basis of their chemical composition. Classification on the basis of chemical composition. Igneous rocks are classified into acid igneous rocks and basic igneous rocks on the basis of their chemical composition. Acid igneous rocks. These rocks have a silica content between 65 to 85%. They generally lack in iron and magnesium. Granite is acid igneous rock. It is made up of large crystals of quartzite, feldspar, and mica. It is commonly used as a building material. Basic igneous rocks. They have higher percentage of oxides of denser elements and silica content varies between 40 to 60%. It is heavy and dark in color. Basalt, dorlite and gabbro are typical examples of this group. Igneous rocks are usually compact and are of interest to builders and sculptors. They may also be associated with ores of metals. Important igneous rocks are gabbro, basalt, granite, dolerite, feldspar, pumice, obsidians, pyramid, and scoria. Figure 6.3 shows pumice and igneous rock. Now sedimentary rocks. Formation. When igneous rocks are exposed on the surface of the earth, they are broken down by weathering and carried away by forces of graduation like rivers, glaciers, and ocean waves. They are then deposited as sediments. Any exposed rock due to various agents of erosion may weather and disintegrate. The sediments are deposited over long periods in seas, lakes, streams, etc. Subsequent layers are added and due to their own weight from above, the sediments get cemented together to form sedimentary rocks. They are secondary rocks because they are formed by the solidification of sediments of original igneous, sedimentary or metamorphic parent rocks. Characteristics of sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from materials derived from other rocks. They may also have plant and animal remains. These rocks may thus contain fossils. They may be formed through different processes and are also classified on the basis of their formation. The process that turns loose sediments into rocks is called lithification. They are most widespread on the surface of the earth and constitute about 75% of the surface area of the globe. Sedimentary rocks are generally not crystalline. They are soft as compared to igneous rocks and layered as they are formed and deposition of sediments. The different types of sediments are consolidated and compacted by different types of cementing elements like calcium, silica, etc. Sedimentary rocks make extensive landforms. They do not make massive rock forms like batholiths and laccoliths. Processes involved. Lithification means turning the loose sediments into hard rock. Lift. Transport sediments are deposited